Today's topic for discussion is a description of a specific plant, that is Argemone mexicana. The family of this plant is Papaveraceae and commonly it is called as prickly poppy. This plant is commonly called Mexican prickly poppy also. This species of poppy found in Mexico, but now it is widely naturalized in many parts of the world. In India, it is observed along roadside and even in the crop fields. This plant is very common. It is distributed throughout tropical regions of the world. It is a medicinally important plant. Even there are reports of this plant as a source of biodiesel. And how is the habit and habitat of Argemone mexicana, family Papaveraceae? It is an annual herb. Plant contain yellow latex, milky substance. It is very characteristic feature of this plant. And root system is branched taproot system. And how is the stem? Stem is erect, herbaceous. It is a herb and it is branched and stem is cylindrical. Spines are there and even the stem contain yellow colored latex. Next. This is the leaf of Argemone mexicana, family Papaveraceae. Leaf is simple. It has a petiole and lamina, so it is simple. And leaf is described as colline leaf. What is colline? The leaves growing on a stem, especially on the upper part of the stem. Such leaves are described as colline. Shape is lacinate. What is the lacinate shape? Having edges irregularly slashed. Such shape is described as lacinate. Color of leaf, it is bluish green. Okay. And leaf is having stalk-like structure, that is petiole. Hence, in taxonomic language, it is described as petiolate leaf. Venation of leaf is reticulate. Network of vein is there. Reticulate unicostate. Uni means one. One costa is there. Main vein is only one there. Okay. Reticulate unicostate. How is the phyllotaxy, arrangement of the leaves in the plant? Phyllotaxy in Argemone mexicana, family Papaveraceae, it is alternate. Alternate phyllotaxy occurs in Argemone mexicana. And how is the margin of leaf? Margin of leaf, it is deeply dissected with spiny teeth. Okay. And the base of the leaf, it is auriculate. Auriculate base means what? Auriculate base means leaf is having lobes at the basal region on each side of its petiole. Such leaf base is described as auriculate leaf base. And the apex of the leaf, it is described as aristate. What is aristate? That means having spiny tip. The leaf, when it is having spine-like tip, such leaf apex is described as aristate. And at the base of the leaf, there is no stipule. Stipule, a small leafy structure. It is absent at the base of the leaf. Stipule is absent in Argemone mexicana, family Papaveraceae. Hence, the leaf is described as exstipulate leaf. Okay. And texture is soft. Next. This is inflorescence of Argemone mexicana, family Papaveraceae. Inflorescence is solitary sessile. Solitary terminal is the inflorescence in which single flower is situated at terminal part of growing stem. Here the solitary sessile inflorescence occurs. Flower is sessile in this case. Okay. Next. This is the flower of Argemone mexicana, family Papaveraceae. Flower is complete. All floral parts are present. And flower is large. And it is heteroclematis flower. Heteroclematis flower means the flower is having perianth with distinct sepals and petals. Such flower is described as heteroclematis. Okay. Flower is hexamerous. It is not pentamerous, it is hexamerous. Six petals are there. It is a hexamerous. Bract is absent at the base of flower. If the bract is absent, then ebracteate. The flower is described as ebracteate flower. Ebracteate flower occurs in Argemone mexicana family Papaver. And symmetry of flower. Flower is symmetrical, hence it is described as actinomorphic flower. Flower is having androecium as well as gynoecium, that is stamens as well as ovary style stigma. Hence the flower is bisexual. And ovary is hypogynous because the floral units originated from the base of the ovary. Such ovary is described as hypogynous. Thalamus is absent. Color of flower is very beautiful yellow. Next. This is the calyx of Argemone mexicana family Papaver. There are 3 calyx lobes. Calyx lobes means sepals. There are 3 sepals are present which are green in color and sepals are free, hence polysepalous condition. Estivation is valvate. Epicalyx is absent in this flower. Next. This is the corolla of Argemone mexicana. Corolla consists of petals. Petals are 6 in number and the petals are caducous. Why these are called caducous petals? Because the petals shading at early stage of development, and the petals are free. Free petals means such condition is described as polypetalous condition. These are arranged in a single whorl and color of flower petals is yellow. Estivation is imbricate. This is the photograph shown androecium and gynoecium of the flower Argemone mexicana. There are many stamens and gynoecium is also present. When gynoecium and androecium both are present, the flower is described as bisexual. Already I told you. Next. These are the stamens of Argemone mexicana. There are indefinite number of stamens and the stamens are arranged in many alternating whorls and stamens are free, therefore they are polyandrous, and the attachment of filament to the anther is basifixed because the basal region of the anther is attached with filament, and anthers are introdes, dithecous, two-celled. Filaments are long and dehiscence of the anther lobe is longitudinal. Next. This is the gynoecium or female part of the flower of Argemone mexicana Papaver family. Position of ovary is superior. There are many carpels, hence polycarpillary condition is there. And carpels are united. Syncarpous. Okay. Locules 1 with many ovules in each locule. Okay. Placentation is parietal. And type of ovule is anatropous type of ovule occurs in this. Stigma is lobed and red in color. And style is very short, indistinct. Okay, next. This is the dried capsule of this Argemone mexicana, that is family Papaver. Septicidal capsule or poricidal capsule occurs in Argemone mexicana. This capsule naturally split open from the top region and the seeds are released. And the seeds are dark black in color, resemble mustard seeds. They are very similar to morphologically. There is the seeds resemble to the mustard seeds. Okay, sometimes these seeds are used for adulteration as these are mixed with the mustard seeds as an adulterant. Okay, next. Thank you very much. Save trees, save earth.